Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm super excited for this one. So this video today, it's basically covering what's gonna come in the next 5, 10, 20 videos. And essentially, it's an overview of the playbook that I'm gonna be sharing with you guys on how I started on Amazon FBA, grew that into a 6-figure brand, and have the ability to work with some of the biggest brands in the world, expanding into retail, global, all kinds of stuff. So this video is that foundational video that's gonna set you up for the next 5, 10 videos that's about to come. So make sure you watch this. I hope you guys like it. I'm super excited for this one. See you on the video. Hey, welcome back. So you guys might actually notice that I'm wearing a different clothes. That's because I've tried to record this video probably about 15 to 20 times before my voice just gave up, and I decided to take a break and take 24 hours, 48 hours, I think it's about 3 days in total to kind of recover and re-record the video. And I made some adjustments to the playbook as well, so it's actually better. So anyhow, let's actually get into it. Like I said, this video is that foundational video that's gonna set you up for 5, 10, 20 videos. That will be literally a playbook for you to start your Amazon FBA and build a brand on top of it to have that longevity of a business. Because one of the things that I've seen with so many FBA sellers that are just starting out is that their products don't actually last long in the marketplace. And what I mean by that, as soon as you find the product, somebody else have found the same product. But if you're sourcing from the same manufacturer, same color, same dimensions and everything else, and all you're doing is putting your logo onto it, that's not gonna last long, because there's really nothing to protect you from someone actually entering the exact same market, providing the exact same product, and even exact same logo if you don't have trademark on that logo. So anyhow, I don't want to get too deep into that, but let's get right into the playbook. So essentially, there are 2 ways to start your e-commerce. And again, there are probably other ways to start this, but what I've seen is that there's only 2 ways to really start your e-commerce product-based business, and that's Amazon FBA, or you can go to the Shopify. And there's a lot more platforms other than Shopify, such as WooCommerce, BigCommerce, Magento, WordPress. There's lots and lots of platforms that you can choose from. But essentially, we're going to be talking about one way, which is starting your Amazon FBA business and then growing that out to your own website and its own brand, versus starting out on the website and then getting into other channels like Amazon FBA, Walmart, Google, PLA, all kinds of stuff. But so I want to talk about the pros and cons of which way is better. I mean, essentially, what I did personally was Amazon FBA. I found this product, it got some traction, and then I decided to start my own brand, trademark it, and grow a community. Other way around is you could start your own website and start selling products. But one of the biggest, or not one of, 2 of the biggest challenges a lot of e-commerce entrepreneurs have, it's 1, building enough traffic to their website, and 2 is building trust with their audience. And Amazon FBA actually has both of these figured out. I mean, in North America, who doesn't know Amazon? I mean, globally, I would say 90% of the population, again, don't quote me on this, but Amazon is a well-known brand, just like Apple, Microsoft, Dell, etc., etc. So they have that brand, they have that trust with their customers that they're going to provide a great customer service and a great product and a just overall great customer experience. And while your website, when it's starting out, no one knows who you are, absolutely no idea, right? Which means they have a hard time believing that you're going to provide that same experience they're going to get through Apple, through Microsoft, through Amazon. So one thing that I do want to mention, it's a term called cart abandonment rate. And what I mean by that is when customers actually come into your website, they add your product to the cart, but they never end up actually checking out and purchasing your product. And that rate, it's actually significant on average. It's again, I don't quote me on this, but it's over 70%. So roughly 70%, and I believe that was a very good number. 70% of people that actually added your product to the cart don't end up actually purchasing, which is, it's like, why, right? Like, you did all this stuff, you added the product to the cart, and now you're not going to purchase. So that's over 70%. Amazon is believed to be less than 1%. Again, they don't publicly actually show you the numbers, but it is believed that they have less than 1% cart abandonment rate, which means every time a customer adds something, chances are they're going to purchase that. So they have trust. So the other one is traffic. It is so hard to actually create traffic with all the noise, with all the content on internet. It's really, really hard to stand out above the noise. And obviously Amazon has a lot of traffic. And traffic is divided into two things. So qualified traffic and non-qualified traffic. So non-qualified meaning it's a garbage traffic. It's traffic from somebody that will never end up buying because they're completely not your target audience, right? But Amazon has a lot of qualified traffic. Qualified traffic meaning they have a high intent purchasing behavior. So they're coming to Amazon looking for something, looking to solve a challenge, looking for a great opportunity that they have, and they need something that would fuel that opportunity or to support that opportunity, et cetera, et cetera. These people have high needs and they have a high intent purchasing behavior. And that's why their cart abandonment rate is less than 1%. It's known to be 1%. Again, I don't know exactly. They never publicly share this. But yes, Amazon FBA has both of these. And that's why I suggest all e-commerce entrepreneurs, or wantrepreneurs, I like to say, people that want to get started in e-commerce, e-commerce wantrepreneurs, to start with Amazon FBA, because it solves, two of the biggest problems that you're going to come across when you actually start your own website. So hopefully that helps, because I've started out with Amazon FBA, picked out a product, and it started to get some traction. And then I started investing a lot on the brand. So starting my own social media pages, building out our own website, building out content engine, etc., etc. So hopefully that helps. But let's get to the actual playbook to how to actually build a six-figure Amazon FBA / e-commerce business in literally 6 steps. And again, there's a lot of details that go in these 6 steps. So I'll be, again, the next 5, 10, 20 videos is going to be on these 6 steps. So let's take a look. So this is the 6 steps to actually start your Amazon FBA business as well as your e-commerce business. So number 1, it's product research. Probably one of the most important part of this whole process, or this whole playbook. So what you want to do is find a product in a niche that either you know a lot of or you have a lot of interest in. Because one of the things that I found, a lot of entrepreneurs, or not of entrepreneurs, a lot of people that are starting on Amazon FBA, they're doing exactly the same as what everyone else is doing, which is just running a software and finding a product, sourcing it from Alibaba, and then launching it on Amazon Marketplace. This is very, very dangerous. And your business, you don't really have a business. It's not going to last long. It's literally just flipping, right? There's a supply and demand, and you figured out that there's a lot more demand than supply. And all you're doing is providing a generic product with your logo, which is not trademark, most likely, and you're sticking on Amazon Marketplace. And chances are other people have seen your products. They have seen your products on Jungle Scout or whatever other software you used or other people have used to find the same product. Your business is not going to long. Now it's a battle of prices, essentially, if you haven't made your product better or different by any means, right? So again, number 1, it's product research in a niche that you're actually interested in and you have a lot of knowledge in. Because later on, you are going to have to create a lot of content in order for you to build a brand. Without content, and content, I mean, blog, infographics, white papers, ebooks, videos, pictures. These are what's called content. And if if you can't create content, you can't create a brand. Just that's the end of it. If you can't create content, you don't have a brand. So which means when you're creating content, you might as well be something that you're actually interested in or you know a lot of. Then you have a bunch of these resources or a bunch of connections that you can reach out to and start building those amazing, valuable content. And if you don't have any interest in a niche or that you have nothing, nothing of, that's going to be a little difficult for you to create content later on. So again, number one, product research. Find product in a niche that you are actually interested in or you know a lot of. So number two, during the time, so once you actually picked out a product and you found your manufacturer, again, they can be through Alibaba or they can be in India or Korea, whatever it is, whatever you might find the best manufacturer in certain market or in countries, whatever that might be. During that time of the production of the products, this is the time when you actually start building your community by starting social media pages and reaching out to different influencers, reaching out to people that you know that might be able to help you in creating content for your products. So that's number two. So number two, to wrap it up, it's during the time of your manufacturing of your products, start building your social media pages, your Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever it is. And keep in mind that knowing that, you need to know your audience here. If you don't know where your audience spends most of their time, you're going to lose them. For example, let's say your audience, it's going to be 15 to 18-year-olds. They're most likely are going to be in Snapchat. Again, depending on when you see this video, it might be irrelevant. But right now, it's Snapchat, right? For those 15 to 18, and then 18 to 25 is going to be Instagram. And for those that are in the older generation, say 45 plus, Facebook. So you need to know your audience at this point, where they actually spend their time, and start thinking about where you want to start building your fan, your community, and which social media networks. So that's number two. Number three, this is the point where you're going to actually reach out to micro influencers. And micro influencers, with followers with less than 8,000 or less, and they should have at least 20% engagement. And what I mean by that with engagement is they should have at least likes and comments that's respective to their followers. So 20% of 8,000, it's going to be 1,400, I believe. No, 1,600. No, not 1,600, 160. So 160 likes and a bit of comments. So, there's really no fixed formula for this, but this is exactly what I've done. So I went after micro influencers that had roughly about 15 to 20% engagement with about 8,000 or less followers. The best thing to do here is to actually start out in a specific city or region and really kind of start building out your brand from, to that city and to that crowd. And obviously, you're going to be eventually reaching out to mid influencers, I like to call them, who have over 25,000 plus followers. And one of the biggest thing here, key is once you actually promote it through your micro influencers, you're able to get a lot of traction, and people that are at 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 followers will sometimes reach out to you. But if not, you're going to have to reach out to them. And then you're going to have to reach out to 25,000, and it goes up and up and up. So, and one of the beautiful thing about this is that once you get to, 25,000, 50,000 micro influencers working with you, the people that you reached out before, the micro influencers with less than 10,000 or 8,000, they will be happy to produce content for you for absolutely free. Because it's like this. There is somebody that I look up to who has way more followers and is somebody that I want to end up in the next couple of years, is producing content for my product. And they're going to do the exact same thing. They're going to be like, holy crap, they're doing that. I should be doing the same thing. And they start producing a lot more content for you. And eventually they want to be like a sponsored influencer for you, sometimes for absolutely free, just to put your brand name onto their bio. So that's a golden tip right there. But again, we're going to go a lot more into details of each of these steps. So don't worry too much. This is just an overview. The next step is once you actually receive the products, you want to send these products to influencers for them to promote to not only their influencers, or not influencers, their followers, but also to get content. Like I said, without content, you cannot build a brand. And why you want to build a brand? To make sure that your business is protected from other competitors, as well as longevity of your business, right? You can offer a discount code here to track your success. Again, we'll go into details of how to actually track as well as create coupons on Amazon as well. All right, so next step, it's building out your brand store. So once you've actually started on Amazon FBA, it's alive and it's getting some traction through your influencers, what you want to do is start building out your Shopify. Again, it could be on Shopify, it could be on Ecommerce, doesn't matter which platform. I just prefer Shopify just because it is easier and they give you a lot of trial period as well. It's just, yeah, that's all I know. I never use Ecommerce or BigCommerce, etc. I have used WordPress. That was a nightmare because I don't know how to code, but if you do know how to code, I believe Magento as well. Actually, Magento is very expensive to start out with. Just start out with Shopify, right? I mean, I can help you out with it because I know a lot of it. So build out your brand store by using Shopify. This is time when you put all the content that you created, put it all in there, put your social media links, all your products, all of that. At this stage, this is where it gets a little bit complicated, and this will be probably multiple videos because you do have to set up logistics in the back end, like returns, customer service, shipping plans, shipping cost, all kinds of stuff. So this is the part that we'll probably have to spend quite a couple of videos on. But again, don't worry, I'll walk you through step by step. So the next is just rinse and repeat. So repeat number 3, which is you have to keep on reaching out to influencers that are bigger than the influencers that you're currently working with. So one thing here is that you want to be consistent. So you want to be posting on social media pages every day because there's so much noise in social media, or I just like to call it internet. There's so much noise on internet that in order for you to be on top of mind with your prospects as well as your audience is to keep posting every single day, right? Every single day. Honestly, start out with 1 post per day. And then when you have certain, income coming in, profit coming in, I would start hiring VAs. I currently have 2 virtual assistants. VA stands for virtual assistants in Philippines. They're relatively very, very inexpensive compared to what you have to pay here in Toronto. But eventually you're going to have to, eventually what you want to do is outsource a lot of these tedious tasks so that you don't work in the business, you work on your business. So hopefully that makes sense. Don't work in your business too much. I mean, in the beginning, you'll have to do everything. You have to work on the business and in the business, but later on you have to work on the business, not in it. Like stuff like sending out customer service emails to get reviews, or reaching out to influencers. Even everything can be automated. Those things can be automated. So again, we will cover that in details as well. So hope you guys hope this helped. Again, this is a 6 steps to building your 6-figure Amazon/e-commerce business. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, thumbs up, subs, whatever, blah, blah, blah. On the next video, we're going to be covering what software you need, what you don't need, some of the things you need to be aware of, etc., etc. So watch for that next video. I will see you guys on the next one. Ciao.